Hi Aquarius. How you guys doing? We're gonna keep rolling with my new area of hopefully expertise in the tarot world, doing astro tarot as well as personals and little territorials and things like that. And we are on Aquarius, so let's see what messages you guys have for Aquarius 2017. What does Aquarius need to know about October 2017? What are the messages we have for Aquarius? Oh, couple jumps. That's more than I usually do, but the Queen of Swords, that is your card. Judgment, that means judging yourself, not others judging you. The messages for Aquarius in October 2017. What do they need to know? Okay. One more. Okay. In the U position? Okay. This is the Eight of Swords, Aquarius, okay? This is your element. Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra are sword elements. This is about feeling mentally trapped in a situation. You're not physically trapped. It's kind of more of a perception than a reality. Maybe like you feel like you're trapped in a relationship, you're trapped in a job that you're unhappy in, you're trapped in a location that you don't like, but it's mostly a mental perception rather than someone's actually, keeping you captive where you are. You are the master of your destiny in this situation, and it's all about you freeing yourself from that mental prison. The upright shows feeling trapped. This may be due to a series of bad experiences or bad luck. You begin to wonder if things could ever improve. You may be anxious due to an unsatisfactory build with an individual or an organization. Specifically, you may be feeling trapped by a credit agreement that leaves you little money for yourself. So that's what I was saying, like jobs, places to live. Money will make people feel mentally trapped, very much so. The unfortunate Eight of Swords reveals problems in careers, and the intellectual or mental realm showing frustration and in its most extreme panic. So some of you guys could be going through some really panicky, anxiety-ridden times right now. But I want to say to you, if you kind of get yourself out of your own head and go for a walk, put on some tunes, things like that, you can start to kind of get another perspective of the situation. Go talk to some friends, go out and have coffee, get some other insight on the situation just, before you really start to go into deep, dark panic mode, because I know that we all can kind of go there when we're feeling mentally trapped and we feel like we have no one to talk to, nowhere to go. The card commonly arises in a reading and show that someone who is in a role that doesn't suit them, but they're under pressure to conform, such as working in the family business or taking a course that will be led to a profession, although it's not what you love doing. Many creatives and light workers go through this experience of not fitting in, but it takes time and confidence to find your path. You'll release from these bonds, but it will take determination, and you may need to swallow your pride and ask others for help and support. When I started reading tarot, it's been getting better, but a lot of people would kind of like scoff at the idea of, okay, sure, read my cards and things like that. But once I had the confidence to actually do it, I go through a little anxiety before every time I read, but, once I actually do it and show people that it's not a bunch of malarkey, that mental prison kind of lifts, and you start to think, what, if this is what I want to do, screw what other people think, if I don't want to be here anymore, I don't want to be here anymore, so don't hold yourself there if you're truly, truly unhappy, Aquarius, okay, whatever the situation is, a relationship, work, a property, so Anyway, what's crossing or complimenting Aquarius right now? Okay, so the Five of Cups. So maybe you're feeling mentally trapped because you've just recently lost a friendship, or you've recently been through a breakup. So you're kind of going over and over in your head, like, what could I have done? What could I have done different? What could I have not done different? The Five of Cups is all about loss and sorrow and and sadness. But as I was just saying to Capricorn, with the Fives of Swords, the thing about fives is you've come to the lowest point and you can start kind of looking up, you know? And the thing about the Five of Cups is, in the Rider-Waite deck, there is a man, and he's standing, and he's focused on these 3 cups, and they're spilled over on the ground in front of him with water everywhere. But he doesn't know that he has 2 full cups at his back. So this is signifying to me that you have a support system that you can go and ask for help for, so you can get out of this mental prison. You just, you know, like your parents, 2 best friends, 2 colleagues, son and daughter. You have people that are at your back. You just need to reach out and ask for the help. You need to reach out and be like, hey, I'm feeling depressed. What do I do? Can we go for a walk? You know, the Five of Cups also comes up in a reading for bereavement and the natural sense of loss and grief that it brings. It's also an indicator that you or the person that you're reading for is trying to revisit the past. That could also be a huge part of the mental prison that you guys are putting yourself through right now. You know, if this is indeed about a relationship, you know, things do happen for a reason, and if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. But don't beat yourself up over, you know, don't beat yourself up over things that are kind of ultimately out of your control, because you're just going to stay in a anxiety-ridden panic state, you know. Look to the future and things will get better, okay? What's the best that can come from this reading for Aquarius? Oh, we got... Okay, so the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So this is another card about talking about feeling trapped, but this is about work also. This is about feeling trapped in, that feels that you're feeling trapped once again. You may have chosen an educational course that isn't for you and doesn't develop your particular talents. It's also about a job that you're doing only for the money. It's, you don't do the job, you're not doing this job because you love to do it. You're just doing it for the paycheck week to week. And maybe that's why you have a feeling of loss, because you're feeling a sense of creative loss, or a loss of yourself almost, and that's what's crossing you. As a prediction card, but as with all minor arcana, this is only a temporary feeling and it won't last forever, so don't worry. As a prediction card, the Eight of Pentacles shows the cycle is about to come to an end, so rather than wait for it to happen, conserve your energy and direct it toward a new career or a new house or a new, you know, because Pentacle suits deal with jobs, but this isn't only about a job. I feel this is about a sense of self and a sense of who you are. So a new chapter in your life, like altogether. So don't try and rein yourself in to prevent the situation if there's no sense of achievement or appreciation. You know, just go with the flow. You know, if you feel like you're not appreciated where you are, keep moving. Keep going, okay? Nobody needs to feel like that. What is the root cause or the foundation for this reading? For Aquarius, October 2017. Okay, we gotta jump. The Lovers. Okay, so this card is a Gemini card, also an air suit, but it could be a love decision in any situation. So maybe you are, okay, let's go through it again. You're mentally feeling trapped and anxious. Maybe it was over, in fact, a breakup, as the Five of Cups would suggest. The Eight of Pentacles is now you're just throwing yourself into the day-to-day, you know, rigmarole to try to forget this person. And ultimately, you know, that's not, I don't think, for a creative soul, such as, you know, the Aquariuses. They're so light and airy and and just joys to know. I know very many Aquariuses that are just so fun and beautiful people. Whatever this lover's decision is the root of the reading, let it be. Maybe wait a little while, you know, and revisit the issue, but for now, don't go through all this mental angst, you know. Don't go through this sense of death, you know. Call a couple friends, go out, you know. It's for the best. Things end and things begin for a reason, and there's nothing definitive in this life. What do they say? There's nothing guaranteed except death and taxes. Well, maybe this person just needs a break for a little while. Maybe you just needed a break. So don't let them rent too much space in your head, Aquarius, okay? What is in the past for Aquarius? Okay, in the past, the Three of Wands in reverse. Typically, this is the Tarot's Good Fortune card, and it's about envisioning the future. In the reverse, I believe that the negatives are minor. When reversed, the Three of Wands shows communication problems. Plans are delayed and may be difficult to make progress in your projects. Relationships can suffer under this influence as you find it hard to express yourself and understand what others are saying. Misunderstandings may make you feel needlessly isolated. Eight of Swords, isolated. Five of Cups, isolated. Eight of Pentacles in reverse, isolated. If this applies to you, resist the frustration with that this influence brings and go at a slower pace for a while. Overall, however, the negatives are minor. This is still a card of good fortune, even in reverse. So don't let glitches become a distraction. You can still succeed. So maybe this is just like a pause that you're taking in your love life, and maybe you need to take it to kind of find out what you want, what you're willing to negotiate with, what you're not willing to negotiate with from a partner, and just to, if you guys are having, if it's very literal and this is a relationship that ended over miscommunications, you know, just try to reach out and ask other people what they think of the situation. Maybe you go to a group if you feel that isolated that you can't talk to anyone personal about it. And, you know, just reach out in a little bit and say, hey, I'm feeling this way. Is this what happened? Is this why we ended, you know? In the near future, though, guys, is the Chariot. This is awesome. This can be a Cancer individual, but basically it shows that you are going to be picking up the pieces and moving forward, whether this is with a job or schooling or a relationship, which I really feel like this is obviously indicative of a relationship that has ended for some of you Aquarius out there. The Chariot shows that you're not going to be sitting around pining away all day anymore. You're just going to be like, look, this is how it is, and I'm going to look to the horizon, pick up my head, and move forward. And if, you know, if things, you know, if we get back together, we get back together. If we don't, we don't. You know, maybe this Cancer person is someone that's going to be coming into your orbit. Who knows? Okay, how does Aquarius feel internally right now? What are the internal influences on Aquarius? Okay, so the Four of Wands. Okay, this is maybe what you wanted. This is what you're thinking about. That's why you're in such a mental anguish over it. The Four of Wands signifies completion, freedom, weddings, family. It's a lovely card about success after completion, a time for reward. Socially, you will have the opportunity to celebrate and enjoy yourself. The card predicts you will be brimming with confidence, and that's what the Chariot's about too. It's about reclaiming your confidence and being like, screw this shit, I'm out of here, I'm heading out, and, you know, who's coming with me? You can establish yourself in your work and at home, completely building or remodeling a project or moving to a larger property. The vibe of this card is putting down roots, just like the Wands. People around you will note your willingness to be a pillar of the community. Involve yourself in local issues and social events. In work, your talent is appreciated, and you are full of ideas and enthusiasm. Spiritually, this card shows that you can share your light with others. This card often comes up in readings to predict that a new partner or love interest will open their hearts and express love and affection. It is also known as a honeymoon card, literally a time to celebrate, run free, and enjoy what life has to offer. It is auspicious for creativity, artistic projects, flourish under the uplifting influence of the Four of Wands. So you know what? Maybe you did go through a breakup, okay? Just look to the horizon, start, going out with friends, and maybe someone new will come your way. Maybe someone better will come your way, There's a reason why these things happen, And all I can say is it doesn't look overall very negative. It just looks, most of the negatives in your reading are about how you feel about yourself right now. Mentally trapped, loss, bereavement over a love situation. And then it's on the upswing, okay, guys? What are the exterior or the external energies that are affecting Aquarius right now in October 2017? What is your environment like? What are the external energies coming at you? Okay. This is the Eight of Cups. Okay. Deep down. So 888. So you're coming to the end of this phase in your life, okay? And that's why it's saying that the Chariot and the Four of Wands are coming in. Externally, maybe someone was the leaver, because the Eight of Cups is about leaving a situation that no longer serves you. It's about, kind of cutting your losses before things get too tumultuous, and it's about knowing when to leave. So maybe as the external energy, maybe this is signifying that someone did in fact leave you, and that you're still kind of, trying to piece it together. The Eight of Cups reveals a time of restlessness when something feels like there's something missing. Work and relationships appear harmonious on the outside, but your intuition is nagging you. The result may be a departure. Traditionally, the Eight of Cups predicts that you leave a situation or break an agreement that no longer leaves you fulfillment. I feel that, unfortunately, Aquarius, maybe this is somebody that left you and you weren't prepared. You were kind of in the dark about it. When the timing is right, there will be this should not be a hasty decision. Only move on when you're sure that there is no more that you can gain or contribute. When the timing is right, there will also be less drama, okay, than one would expect. So this card also comes up in a reading to show that you have already left a situation emotionally, and that physically your actions will follow, and you will take actual leave. It can also predict a time to travel and explore spiritual journeying, okay? So maybe through this breakup you can actually take some time, for meditation and spiritual practice, and kind of explore yourself and who you were before this relationship and who you're going to be after. What are the hopes and fears for Aquarius October 2017? So, all right, we just jumped out. So hopes and fears. You want love when the news. Okay, this is an Aquarius man. I'm not going to put this on the table, but you want a love offer or a new love from a protector, a stable man, a manly man. This is the Emperor. He encapsulates everything that is masculine. This is also the Aries card. So that just happened to jump out for any of you that are talking with an Aries or a man that's very, kind of stereotypical male, I guess. You're hoping that he's gonna extend a love offer to you, is what one of the messages I'm thinking is. Okay, what are the hopes and fears for Aquarius October 2017? One more. Okay, so hopes and fears. The Seven of Cups. Now, this is definitely about an emotional, a love, emotion, friendship situation. The Seven of Cups is kind of catch-22. It's about choices, and it's about having many choices on the table, but it's also about illusion and delusion. You want to make sure that these cups that are being offered to you are being offered of, you know, they're being offered of true and honorable nature. That they're not just like, you know, these things that you're going to have to figure out. That they're not, you know, people that are going to mess with your head or, you know, lie, be sneaky. Choices and confusion. With the 7 brings potential for amazing opportunities. These options and offers, though, are insubstantial. At the present, it's not clear what's feasible and what is fantasy, as everything feels up in the air. Well, of course it does. You just had this major life change happen. So, like the floating cups on the card itself, everything feels up in the air. Be discerning and find out what you can about each possible path. The Chariot, the Aries that popped out, you know, things like that. But ultimately, you'll need to choose by paying attention to your instincts and emotions. Aquarius, you are very good at this, okay? You're not a water sign, but you are the water bearer, so that goes with the emotion and the instinct of life. Go with the flow and trust your inner knowing. Don't rush. In relationships, the card can show new doorways opening as joint finances approve. The 7 is also a visionary and brings the beginning stages of a new project when anything is possible. Dreams and visions are additional interpretations here. So whenever that says to me, it says pay attention to these dreams right now. Pay attention to these little messages that you're getting, okay? What is the final outcome for Aquarius October 2017? What is the general outcome for, what do they need to know about October 2017? One more. Woo, that's the second time I've seen that, so I feel like that's a message you get. Okay, so the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. This might be a man coming your way. In the upright, the Knight of Pentacles is all about getting through the mundane, humdrum, day-to-day tasks of kind of boring life, if you will. Oh, on the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Wands, so you do have a new beginning. You do have new things coming your way. This overrules any negative minor arcana in the spread, but it's about you. I feel like it does have a very literal meaning where it can mean pregnancy. So if any of you Aquarius out there are going to be, you know, fooling around, maybe if you're not thinking about having a kid right now, safety first, kids. But let's address this Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, because he is not as great as his counterpart in the upright. When reversed, the card advises you to avoid complacency and check out all financial agreements. Okay. If you guys are going through a divorce right now, and that's the huge breakup, that's the mental mind trap, make sure no one is screwing anyone over. Be fair, be accountable. It's only money. Check out all financial agreements so you're not getting, you know, raked over the coals. I felt like I had to say that. As a person, the reverse knight is stubborn, as he cannot see others' viewpoints. He is plotting and pessimistic, reluctant to take action, and unwilling to go beyond his comfort zone. He may tend to be materialistic, secretive, and in his most extreme dishonest. So Pentacle energy is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Maybe this is the person that you're leaving behind. Maybe this is the final stamp on, yeah, I need to get the hell out of here, and this is going to be good for me because, you know, you have a new beginning right behind you, okay? I feel this, you know, it could be talked to different things for different people about jobs and things like that, but I feel like there's a very specific few of you out there that are going through a really hard breakup or divorce, and I just want you to know that you have the Chariot, you have the Four of Wands, The Eight of Cups, it's not the happiest card, but it's a moving on when you know that there's nothing else good to gain from there. So just take all of that energy and get out of this mental funk and this mental prison and go out and rely on the goodness of a couple good friends and, you know, start this new chapter of your life because it's waiting for you, okay? And, you know, if you weren't moving forward in this last chapter, this is a welcome breakup. I know they're all hard, but this is a welcome thing, and I overall feel very positive about this for you. So if you have any questions or comments or, you know, want to share your story, you know, comment below, and I wish you all luck. I love you, Aquarius. Namaste.